Hey, man. Say, man. Yes. It is the real Makai here with Makai Capital. Now, one thing I just want to let you know is that they say if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. But I just want to let you know that you can plan everything out. However you feel just, however you feel fit, plan it out to a T, and your plans can still fail. Not necessarily saying that, hey, everything's going absolutely wrong and that you will have no way to be successful in the end, but it's to say that, hey, you have to be adaptable in the moment. So if you plan to do X, Y, and Z, and for whatever reason you got to do Z, Y, X, then that's what you have to do. If you planned to, have X, Y, and Z coming in, but only X and Z came in, you have to be able to adapt and adjust in that moment. So the thing about planning is you can spend a lot of time planning, then you can also plan for all the mistakes and bullshit hurdles that may pop up as well. So now you plan for success and you plan for your failure, and now essentially you're set to go. Or you can just go out in the world and just do the shit. You're like, hey, there's a certain amount of shit that I gotta get done, and I plan on just getting this shit done. That's how I like to plan. I like to plan as, hey, I know that by 2025, I need to have $100,000 in funding. I need to have my new house and my new car by 2025. That's the plan. So that's a plan I can't fuck up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't need to go to the whole on this day I'm doing this for this, on this day I'm doing that for that. Like I said, those plans can easily fall through. The plan that's not going to fall through is by 2025, I'm going to be funded at least $100K. By 2025, I am going to be driving my new Cadillac SUV luxury truck. You feel me? By 2025, niggas damn near about to be in the penthouse. How do we get there? By sticking to that plan. So that's how you avoid planning to fail. You avoid planning to fail by not over planning. That's the thing. I realize there's some days where I realize I can account for almost every minute in the day. And I was all right, this would all be great. But guess what? Life has other plans for you as well. What about life's plans? What about the universe's plans? What about people who have nothing to do with nothing but plan on just coming into your space and into your energy? So we have to account for all of that as well. With that being said, plan plans that can't fail. What's a plan that can't fail? A goal. Because you can't fail with your goals unless you give up or you quit. Like I said, if I know that I have 4 months time to get $100K in funding, and it technically only takes 3 days to get a funded account. Now, it's not the wisest way to try and get it in just 3 days, but I understand that it would only take 3 days to get a funded account. So I understand that between now and January, I have to perfect my trading. That's the plan, is to perfect my trading to where I want it to be with anything that I do, something that I had to realize is that with any avenue of money that I'm making, I should be making enough money from that to where that could be the only thing I'm doing. If I'm not that good, that great, and don't have that much of a hold and control over that asset, that source of income, then I could really care less about it. I want it to be hey, where if everything else fails, I can trade for the rest of my life and be all fine. With the fashion and clothing line, hey, if everything else fails, I can live and maintain the sense of lifestyle that I desire, all just based off the clothing line. Hey, if all else fails, I have such great music that's in touch worldwide that no matter what, I'll be doing what I love for the rest of forever, and people will make sure that I'm able to still do that. That's what I'm saying. Anything that I'm doing, I have to be so good and so great at it that if everything else besides that failed, that I would still be okay and I would still be successful. So that's what I'm saying. when it comes to these plans, it's like, hey, I'm planning to be successful. That's my plan. My plan is to be successful. My plan is to not go from point A to point B at this time on this day and praying that at every single hour everything lines up. I mean, it can, it may, but it's not realistic when you are embracing new opportunities, when you're embracing unexpected money. Like, if I was like today, I planned out my whole day with no room to make an extra $10,000, how is the extra $10,000 going to come? That's what I'm saying. You gotta plan for the universe to allow its plan to unfold. So that's what I'm saying. I understand now a plan and a goal are one and the same. Because the only way your plan can fail if it's not a goal. Like me having to go to work from this time to this time, that's not a plan. It's damn sure not a goal as well. But I understand, hey, I got to be to work at this time and this time. Boom. A plan would be, hey, when I go to work, I'm going to go in as the best version of myself. I'm going to go in better than I was yesterday and carry the knowledge that I've been learning into this next day. And I'm going to push all that onto the team, all that good energy, all that wisdom, all that let's go, today's the day. That's what I'm going to go there and be. I'm going to go and change the environment that I have to go into day in and day out until I no longer have to go into this environment, because I've even raised the frequency of this environment to where it's even pushing me out. It's the frequency there raised so much that it's for people that used to be like me, and now the person that I am becoming and transforming into is getting pushed out of that because now I'm too great for that situation. Yet it's the same situation that I uplifted in the first place. So that's what I'm saying. That's a goal. That's a plan. I can plan to be a profitable Forex trader by saying, hey, by 2025, I need to have 100K in funding and be able to support my new lifestyle. My new house, my new car will not be cheap. Nigga, it won't be cheap. And what else is not cheap? Your freedom is not cheap. If you don't want to work a 9 to 5, 40 hours every single week for some random person that you'll never know, you'll never meet, and will never give a fuck about you, then guess what? You gotta lock in on your goals and your plans, and you gotta be purposeful. So that's what I'm saying. Like right now, I'm in the position where I understand, hey, if I can do 4 more months of this bullshit, if I can do 4 more months of this bullshit, having to work for other companies, you know, I am learning what I am doing right now. So my current job is a product and operations manager. I'm in charge of merchandising, marketing, signage, all that good shit. So I'm learning that for when I do want to open my clothing brand. But don't fucking think for a moment that it's not some fucking bullshit going to this job doing some fucking bullshit every fucking day for some bullshit ass pay. And that's the thing. Whenever you get into trading and making some real money, or even just being in your passion, and then the type of work that it doesn't feel like, yet you still get paid from it, man, going to actual work is some bullshit. I could put in a trade at any point in time. Granted, you could always be losing money, but shit, I'd rather lose 200 today, make 600 tomorrow, average out 400 or 300 and 300 for the fucking days, however the fuck, and then be up. I'd rather be up $400 after 2 days working, nigga, what? 2-4 hours? Because at most I'm working is 2 hours a day on Forex and futures trading. 8:30 to 10:30. So over the course of 2 days, that's 4 hours max for $400. Nigga, that's $100 an hour. Rather than me having to go to work for a whole fucking day to make 200. I'm talking about a whole fucking day. I'm talking about a whole fucking day to make $200 at work. And that's the thing. That's the other thing about a job. It's also like, hey, you just can't take a day off today. If for whatever reason I just didn't want to trade one day, or the shit just didn't look appealing, I don't have to trade. I don't have to put myself through that. Whenever you're at these jobs, hey, trust and believe, if you need a day to yourself, you can have a day to yourself if you're insignificant to the fucking job. But if you matter to the fucking job, trying to have a fucking day to yourself, man, what? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Just, yeah, right. On so many different levels, just, yeah, right. And even there's people like me who's never called off a day of work. Like, I've never called off a day of work. Now, granted, I've skipped a day of work, and it was always 9 times out of 10 my last time because I was like, yeah, fuck this shit and fuck this place, and I'm out. Now, that I will do. But I'll never call in and take a day off because there's no reason for me to take a day off just because of how hard I'm used to working. So that's another thing. I understand when I transition back to going into fully only working for myself and the companies that I'm building, man, we're all in. We are all in at that point. I'm telling you, like, now that I'm used to working 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week, crazy fucking hours a week, I understand when it's all going back to me, my business, my company, for my family, for my future, for my everything, then nigga, I'm about to really go that hard. Like, another thing that I realized about working these jobs, bro, is I cannot be sober if I'm working for another man's company, bro. It doesn't work like that. I can't go and sit and deal with some bullshit 8 hours a day here, go to another job 4 to 6 hours here, traveling in between, don't got no time to think about other shit than these fucking jobs and the same repetitive tasks that you're doing each day. I mean, bro, I like, and then people feel like they could just say some smart shit out of nowhere, and they want to be slick too. Like, when you know, like them niggas who think they slick with the smart shit. But that's what I'm saying. Not only am I a man, not only am I a black man, not only am I clean shaven so I look young, like the shit that I have to go through is like, they like, niggas really be having me fucked up. But it's like I still have to hold myself to a certain standard, essentially, because I understand that now I'm at the point where I'm manifesting people treating me the way that I want and deserve to be treated. But I also understand that there's just certain people who just don't got no home training and just don't get it. Like, there's just certain people who don't get it. So I understand, this is one of the greatest realizations that I realized, is the people who are treating me the way that I want to be treated are the people for the new life that I'm trying to attract and is currently bringing in. Like, when I was chauffeuring the other day, had this driver driving me around, this man sprinted out of the car, unbuckled the seatbelt, sprints out of the car every single time to open my door and then to go open the store's door. Nigga's like, yeah, I'll leave the keys in the car. He's like, someone could come and rob his fucking car before he lets me get out the car and have to open the fucking door. Bro would rather his whole ass car get robbed before he misses opening the door for me. But you know, at first I thought that was like, all right, you know, that's like a little something, something. Then the other thing was, I had the other chauffeur, and I just be having these niggas sit outside sometimes. Like, I be just doing shit, like, hey bro, sit outside, chill out, take your little break, you feel me? You getting paid for this shit. Bro sitting outside, niggas will sit outside, post it. I go to the car 10, 15 minutes after, open the car door, unlock, niggas turn back, chill as fuck. You know what I also realized, bro? Is that the energy I give off is the energy of, nigga, we good. Nigga, we good around here. You feel me? That's the type of energy that I give off. That's the type of energy that these people pick up on. They're like, hey, we're in this guy's presence. I'm making, they're in their head, they're thinking they making money. They're like, this is a good looking ass young nigga. His energy is just so abundant. You know, I feel so safe right now. It's going to be a great day. And then that's exactly what the fuck it turns out to be. I only can imagine what it's like coming across a nigga like me in everyday life. Like, that shit's got to be just like, wow. It's like, damn. Like, you feel me? But that's when I realized, when I had these Ubers and these chauffeurs, like, sometimes shit that would seem a little bit sketchy, it's just not sketchy because it's not sketchy. It's like, no, this is Makai. This is how we moving. Shit's good. Shit's getting done. It's that simple. Now, I'm making this video a bit all over the place at this point, but everything just hones back into that plan and where we're going. So I had a plan for people to treat me the way that I deserve to be treated, because there was a few incidents and times where I'm like, hey, bro, I'm like, like, I be having to sentence people to be reborn in the flesh. So you're like, next time I see you, you need to be a different fucking person. And that shit do be working, I'm not gonna lie. But that's not what we're talking about in this video. Now, what we're doing in planning for that to happen, like I said, we're manifesting the people to treat us the way we do, because certain people just aren't gonna get it. Now, if you still in the hood, walking down the street, it's crackheads, it's strippers, it's hookers, it's the drug dealers out there, yes, you might feel like you're getting treated good here and there, but everybody just wants something from you in that moment. You feel me? And it's a lot more than just your time and your energy. You know, it's definitely your money and resources as well. So, for those certain type of people who are also going through so many traumatic experiences on the daily, it's only so well that they'll be able to treat you, or even know how to treat someone like you in your power, your presence, and your energy. So, when I go and put myself in a different environment, in a different space and time, around like-minded individuals, or even people who are successful on this earth plane, more successful than I may be in certain areas, it's like, I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, what I would call it is beauty. I would literally just call it beauty itself. Like, I went out to dinner 2 nights ago at Mastro's. Everything's perfect. Everything's so perfect that females who I would not normally find attractive, I find attractive. Why? Because you are in here doing your job so perfectly. You are so knowledgeable on the things that you should be so knowledgeable upon. You are so smiling and genuine with your words and your actions. And then your attire and your outfit just ties it all together. Man, I'm telling you, they'll take bitches that's like 6s, and them bitches is at least 9s. Like, I would at least fuck the shit out of all them bitches at this point. Like, dead ass. Like, but that literally just because the way that they are treating me, for one, the way that they look, for two, the job that they have and how well they are at doing their job. Like, when you just see someone that's just all their I's are dotted, all their T's are crossed, it's like, that shit's attractive. Like, I remember going up to Mastro's, and as I got closer and closer, I felt like my heart rate racing. It felt like I was racing. It literally felt like a nigga could die before he even made it there, bro. Because it was literally like the frequency was changing. I literally felt the frequency of everything changing just to get there. Just to get there. You know what type of mental shift has to come where it's like, hey, I can go to Walmart. If I'm going to spend $500 on a good-ass day, I can go to Walmart, get so much shit that'll last a month, even more. I can go to so many different places and stretch this money out so much more. I can go to a way lesser quality restaurant 10 times this week instead of going to this place once this week. That's the type of thoughts that you're facing. You're thinking about, hey, on the menu, am I going to order what I want, or am I going to budget? You're like, am I going to tip the way that I tip, or am I going to be on some bullshit? Am I going to call the chauffeur or no? You just put all those thoughts together and you're like, I'm doing it. The best for me. That's the type of decisions you make. Then on the back end, when it's like, all right, how do you replenish this money? Guess what? We have a plan to be successful. We have a plan to get a new car. We have a plan to get a new house. We have a plan to have X amount in funding. We have a plan knowing that, hey, I need $4,000 a month to go out and eat fucking food. To a broke ass nigga, that sound crazy. To a nigga making $1 billion in his sleep, shit don't mean shit. That's what I realized, bro. I just realized, like, bro, I'm the type of nigga who might spend $4,000 a month on food. You got other niggas who might spend $4,000 a month on the fucking toy collection. You got niggas who gonna spend thousands a month playing Fortnite. Like, it doesn't matter. What I realized, it doesn't matter about where you're circulating and cycling your money through. What matters is that where you want to see the return from? So I can go and put money into Walmart. I can go and put money into bullshit ass restaurants. Guess what's gonna come back? Low quality and bullshit. If I go and put my money into the best, then that's what I'm circulating now, is the best, and the best. And if I can't get the best at this very moment, I'd rather have nothing. So if right now I only could spend $1,000 a month going out to eat, guess what? It would be Mastro's 2-3 times out of the fucking month. And then that's that. I wouldn't say, oh, I can go here 5 times this week. I can go here 4 times this week. And then throughout the whole month, it's like I'm eating out 3-4 times. Fuck that, bro. Like, I could care less about having an 8-star experience, a 9-star experience, 8-star experience, a 7-star here. Nigga, I could give a fuck. If I can get a 10-star, nigga, call it a month, nigga. Shit. Like, at that point, like, what can we complain about? That's what I'm saying. When I go out to Mastro's, there's nothing I can complain about. When I got the best chauffeurs, there's nothing I can complain about. Eating the best food from the best chefs, there's nothing to complain about. Me waking up to the markets, to the charts, being disciplined, trading my trading plan, knowing that I have 90-10 trade setups so that no matter what happens, there's nothing I can complain about. When you're giving your best in every single area, and you're only accepting the best in every single area, there's nothing you can complain about. I promise you, if you want to call a regular fucking Uber and you really think you're getting 5-star service, bitch, you're lying. Anytime I've ever gotten in a regular Uber, bro, I've had something to complain about. 99 times out of 100. Because there's probably been twice where I was like, damn, this nigga, if only he had a different car, this nigga could be Uber black as fuck. Only literally like twice though, like, or else niggas is not even 5-star, bro. Like, even restaurants, like, it'd be so crazy hearing people say that they love this restaurant. This restaurant's one of their favorites, and I'd be thinking of that place like, bro, I would never go back there. That's like, I would never go back there. Actually, I am never going back there. So it's like, it's crazy. You got to set the own standard for yourself. Like I said, I'm the type of person who's going to go spend $4 a month on food. I'm the type of person who might have to spend another $3,000 a month on clothing. And then still I'll have my own clothing brand. But guess what? I love fashion. So I'm not going to not love fashion or not have it be a significant part of my life just because other people can't afford it. Just because someone else can't afford to go and spend $4,000 a month on food, guess what? That's not my fucking problem. Now, that's also why I am going to get into the whole mentorship, and I would really just call it mentorship, essentially, because there's so much that I could wrap into that one thing. Like, I could really mold you based on what you want to be mentored about. So that's another one of those things that I will make a whole separate video on it, because I know that will take me off on a very long tangent. I already felt it right there. So without making this video too long, like I said, this is about planning. They say if you don't plan, you plan to fail. But even though you plan, your plans can still fail and fall through. How do you avoid this? By having your plans and your goals merge into one. I plan on being a successful, profitable trader, having over $100,000 in funding by 2025. I plan on having my Cadillac SUV, super nice luxury, all to me by 2025. Having a nice high-rise, if not a damn penthouse. Only reason why I might not go penthouse first is because they were like, I'm going penthouse first. But that might even be a hurdle in my mind that I eventually conquer before this new year gets here. And then I might just go penthouse first. So that's where I'm at right now. Planning. What is the plans? The plans are my goals. How can I fall short on any of these goals if I quit or if I don't take action or if I'm bullshitting? Like I said, this is not, oh, I'm planning to go to the grocery store today, but hey, something else popped up. Exactly. Something else popped up. It's just what the fuck it is. So, like I said, if your plans and your goals are aligned, then that way you cannot plan to fail unless you plan on failing yourself. You will not plan to fail unless you plan on failing yourself if your plans and your goals are in alignment. I'm so excited for this next run, for this next wave of life. Man, I'm so excited, bro, because whenever I have a little slip up, a minor setback, whenever I have an amazing night, an amazing moment, man, I learn from it all. The good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly, I learn from it all. I put it in a pot and we get to cooking. I'm telling you. So that's another thing with plans. Realize which of your plans work. Realize which of your plans don't work. Realize if your plan isn't a goal or not. You know, my plan for going out to this week was go somewhere where you would want to be a regular. Go out to eat where you want to be a regular, not where you're currently a regular, not where you could easily be a regular, not where regular people can go and be a regular, but go and be a regular where you want to be. Start this week. Because if you go this week, you'll figure out a way to go again, if not next week, the week after. Within the course of a month, I'm sure you'll make it back there again. Then the next month, I'm sure you'll make it there one more time than you did the last month. At least one more time than you did the last month. So that's what I'm saying. I've become a regular at a few places, and each time I scale up. I scale up and I scale up and I scale up and I scale up. And I will never question someone on their prices. The price is the price. Because the experience is the experience. If you want a different price, go get a different experience. The price that it costs to live the life of being your best version of yourself means that your plans and your goals have to be in alignment, so that way you know that you're dedicated to not failing yourself. That's the price. The price is to put so much responsibility on your shoulders that you wake up to win each and every single day, yet you have a perfect excuse for this, that, and the third, but guess what? You cash all of them away. You rule all your excuses as invalid. Any loss, failure, or setback that you currently have, you rule it as a lesson and you learn from it. Bro, I remember a great point of it. I was just not watching it just now, but it just popped up in my head when McGregor and Mendez, whoever he was fucking up against, but they was on The Ultimate Fighter, and the two teams was, it's like we have the veterans and we have the rookies. And for McGregor's team, for both weight classes, he chose the rookies rather than the veterans. The thing about that is whenever you have the experience, you are not starting from ground zero. So that's what I'm saying. If you lose, you learn. Those are all lessons that get transmuted through your energy, through your mental programming, ultimately turn out to be wins and successes in the future. A nigga who got knocked out twice the same way probably is not getting knocked out a third time the same way. A nigga who's never been knocked out before, then that's what I'm saying. There's so much up in the air, right? Because there's still so much to discover. So the experience is amazing. So never be mad that, hey, it's taking you 5 years. Don't be mad if, hey, you've been doing this for 10 years. All that experience is not going to waste. It is not going to waste. Figure out a way to cultivate that experience that you have into a plan, which is a goal. Hey, I want to be able to use all the knowledge I learned from this and apply it here. That is a plan and a goal that cannot fail unless you fail that plan and you fail yourself. I hope y'all are grasping what I'm saying. I hope that this is not complicated, because to me, it's clear as fucking day. To me, it's clear as fucking day that we have to show up every single day ready to wake up and win towards our goals and towards our plans, which is literally the exact same thing. Like I said, you can map out your day, have sort of an outline. I would definitely have sort of like a nightly checklist, a morning checklist, just for certain things on the daily that you have to get done. Like just the non-negotiables, like, hey, day to day, this isn't a goal or a plan. No, this is just like every single day, this is what it has to be. Definitely have that. But when it comes to planning, don't fool yourself into thinking that your plans and your goals are two different things, because they're not. They're not. And if you've had them as two different things, it shows why your plans and your goals haven't been working out, because they're not in alignment. So, not going to make this video too long. We're at 30 minutes. This is officially my longest YouTube video that I've posted. This is officially the greatest that I've felt since I've started this YouTube channel. Stay safe. Stay consistent. Stay disciplined. I'll see you on the other side. Stay blessed.